Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. Today, we are going to be going through an article written by Kyle J., and it was titled More Americans Want to Quit Using Alcohol and Tobacco Than the Good Plant in 2026. New Year's resolution poll finds. It says it's the season of New Year's resolutions again, and Americans are apparently more inclined to quit or reduce their use of alcohol and tobacco than want to abstain from the good plant, according to a new poll. Now, this covered 1,003 U.S. adults, and among the 15 options, respondents were least inclined to curb their good use. 8% said they wanted to reduce or cease their good plant consumption. By contrast, 10% said they wanted to limit alcohol use. 12% said the same about tobacco, and 16% wanted to limit their social media use. Now, if you didn't already know, a lot of these things above this red line are completely unhealthy for human consumption anyway. Social media has been coded for people to become addicted. Just do the research on what the engineers of Instagram had to say about that, and they will tell you that they regret making it, and they regret making it because it gets people addicted. It's coded to get people addicted, and as of itself, the good plant doesn't have any addictive properties in terms of like the same way that alcohol or tobacco has nicotine in it. There's no nicotine in the good plant. So of course, when people feel good with absolutely no side effects other than an increase in hunger or maybe some weirdo dreams, I think people will take that over risking liver failure any day of the week or having stained yellow teeth from wacky tobacco. So let's continue. It says young people aged 21 through 24 were most likely 13% to say they wanted to lower or quit their good use, followed by 25 to 34 was 12%. 45 to 54 was 5%, and 55 and up was 4%. Again, it's a very small minority when the majority of people who use it are giving a big 1-2 fu to tobacco, which has a lot of carcinogens in it, and it's put in there on purpose. It goes on to say men were twice as likely to say they wanted to cut out cannabis compared to women. And among those who said they wanted to reduce good use in 2026, 40% said they've tried and failed in the past. Why? Because it's a good thing with no side effects. As long as you're not trying to use it too much, then it's not all that bad. Now this is a still screenshot, but it says in this poll, it says, what, if any, New Year's resolutions are you planning to set for? And it has this whole entire list. You can just scroll and you could see, what people want to do. 19.24, I think that's percentage wise, said that they don't have any resolutions. They're trying, some want to improve their work-life balance. But overwhelming minority say, oh yeah, this good that doesn't have any side effects whatsoever. Yeah, I'm gonna quit using that and go right back to the stuff that has horrible side effects that's somehow legal, even though the good has never caused me anything more than to get the munchies. Yeah, so let's continue. It says, asked about the reasons they resolved to limit good consumption, more than 50% said it would improve their independence and flexibility. 47% said it would make them feel more accomplished, and 40% said they believe it will help them lead a more active lifestyle and improve their mental and emotional well-being. Again, just like anything else that's good in the world, good things can become bad if people are overusing it. There's a fine line to draw between underusing, overusing, or just being in the sweet spot. That's why people always tell you to microdose when it comes to these things so that you can find a good level that gives you good sleep, relieves your pain, or anything else that you're going through. So it goes on to say the fact that fewer people intend to quit cannabis, I just slipped up and said it, and alcohol and tobacco in the new year isn't especially surprising. While half of Americans report that they've tried it, it's not as commonly used as alcohol or tobacco. Yeah, that's because you can still go to prison for it. That it doesn't matter what the state laws say because the government isn't really crazy about states stepping out and going against the you could say the medical establishment and the powers that be. They like keeping it illegal because colored folk end up in prison. It says public education campaigns have also proven effective at deterring some, particularly young people, from drinking or using tobacco products that are legal and regulated for adults at the federal level, unlike cannabis. And yes, because again, cannabis has unalived and deleted a grand total of 0 people. Meanwhile, wacky tobacco has killed off you know millions. Over drinking has probably unalived. It's probably unalived several hundred thousand, especially recently because I read somewhere that the content of alcohol it's even stronger now than it used to be back in the day. So it says recent polling shows that younger Americans are increasingly using cannabis infused beverages as a substitute for alcohol, with 1 in 3 millennials and Gen Z workers choosing THC drinks over booze for after work activities like happy hours. Again, yeah, because in general, THC will make somebody feel better as opposed to booze, which the CDC already labeled as poison. Of course, they don't want you to be healthy. It says another survey released in October found that a majority of Americans believe marijuana represents a healthier option than alcohol. Yeah, because it does. There's not a bunch of chemicals in it. It can't be patented by corrupted individuals, and that's why they don't like it. That goes for anything else in the environment as well. Marijuana has killed 0 people. Wacky tobacco has killed off many. Alcohol has resulted in liver failure. Cannabis does not have that kind of side effect on people where people are scared that their organs are going to fail. Yeah, of course, that people are going to choose the thing that keeps them alive and feeling happy and giggly over something that's a known depressant. Excuse me. So it says another survey released in October found that a majority of Americans believe marijuana represents a healthier option than alcohol, and most also expect cannabis to be legal in all 50 states within the next 5 years. Some people are saying that it's actually going to be legalized this year by President Donald Trump. Personally, me, I don't care who's in office, but I do think it should be legalized because it's harmed a grand total of 0 people. The only people who would disagree are those that have seen people who take things to the extreme. In general, a car can be dangerous, but we don't see anyone trying to say, "Hey, let's curtail the sale of automobiles," affecting a multi-billion-dollar industry. And I would even go so far as to say that if it was federally legal, that marijuana could probably be making to 5, 6 times more than automobiles at its fullest maturity, that is. So, a study published last year found that adults who drink cannabis infused beverages have found more evidence of a substitution effect, with a significant majority of participants reporting reduced alcohol use after incorporating cannabinoid drinks in their routines. And yeah, and there you have it. So, I was trying to get the bottom of it, but it got cut off. So, in particular, I personally think that there's going to be legalization this year because the polls are coming out, and that big alcohol, big tobacco, and big pharma, they know that they've lost. Their campaigns have lost largely. So anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. I just wanted to go through this article very quickly. You tell me what you think down below, and I am out.